Hello, everybody, and welcome to TF Live TV2. I am joined by Dubious and Thermite tonight, and we have a great game going on. We have the ozfortres Season 29 High Lower Page Playoffs Hungry AE All Day versus Xbox 360 Voice Chat. How are we, Dubious?
Yeah, wonderful. Looking to see some wonderful games by some wonderful teams.
Well, speaking of those teams, we better go through those teams right now, and I'll go through Hungry AE All Day. Scout is Wishcash with Samson on his counterpart. On Pocket we have Bread, Roma is Feggy, Demo is Bonk, and Med is Michael.
And then on Xbox 360, we have Zeus and Benny on Scout, Aussie and Ace on Soldier. Most likely Ace pocketing Aussie Roma, Bitvault Demo, Tal Medic, and that's the team. We'll be playing Viaduct first up.
Yeah, so Viaduct's typically known for that DM map, and, well, that map was actually, if I look at all these maps all day, I think this was picked by Hungry I Eat All Day, picked this map, so obviously a team that I think thinks that they have pretty good DM, and looking at their roster, I definitely think they do have good DM. I've seen a lot of these players in playoffs in previous seasons, so I think they are very confident on a map like this. And speaking of all the other map choices, I better go through that real quick. Hungry I Eat All Day banned Process, while Xbox 360 banned Metalworks. Hungry I Eat All Day banned Sunshine. Xbox 360 banned Granary. And then Hungry I Eat All Day picked this first map that we are seeing right now. So
then yeah, it seems neither team have picked their next two maps.
So we're waiting on that right now.
They can't start without doing that. We might see some live picks, yeah. I think this is going to be a really interesting game, given how Hungry I Eat All Day are last season's intermediate winners. Xbox 360 voice chat, I think have played... they were either main or into last season, and they've ended up in high now with a reformed roster. A lot of capable players on that team.
Yeah,
Tal
100%.
notably dropping, pressing Killbind last season in the grand final.
Oh, yeah, I remember that actually, yeah.
And it's also, well, looking at, if you look on the other side as well, it's like Whiscash has been playing for a long time and has recently returned to the game. So there's a certain Bonk, and they're all friends. Bread has been playing for a long time. Feggy's returning. Samson's a very competent soldier. And then on the other side, you've got Zeus hits a lot of DM. Aussie's got a lot of aggression and a good brain for it. Ace, Ace, Benny, they're really solid. Really, really solid players. So I think, I'm not sure where the DM advantage will lie on this game.
Yeah, well, obviously Blue on the side of Hungry 8 all day. Definitely confident with their DM picking this map. It's not typically a map I've seen in playoffs too often. So I think they're definitely confident on this map. You know, to pick it as the first map, having the first map win is really important in a playoffs game. Having that momentum and having a map to bank on in case the second map goes bad. So they're definitely confident on it. And speaking of the players on Xbox 360, Aussie and stuff like that, I've known Aussie since he started playing. Man, has he gone up quickly? Same with Zeus as well. So it's actually kind of cool to see these guys like go so it rise so quickly, but at the same time they don't have as much as experience, I'd say, as some of the other players. So
I think, yeah, that's the decider. Hungry I Eat All Day have more experience as a team. Of course, not to discount Bitvault on demo, but I think Bonk probably edges him out. So it'll be whether or not Xbox 360 can really pressure forward and keep their momentum. And one of the interesting things I've noticed with the way Hungry play is that they're a very passive team. They prefer to deal damage, work off team fights, and then let people sort of walk into them, into their... Wherever they were is now a death zone. So that's sort of how they play. It's going to be really, really good on Viaduct, because that's the best way to play the map. Run down the clock, make them come into you, just drag those Uber advantages out. Whereas I think Xbox 360 voice chat, they're a lot more... They prefer coordinated aggression, basically. Prefer to bust in, fuck them up, and then, I apologize, and then, you know, bounce out. Notably as well, Tal is a really aggressive meta. So I think if they can get forward, they're going to be forward. And it'll be up to... They need to... If they keep Tal forward, they need to win their fights. Otherwise, they're just going to all die. But you can't win this game by being super, super passive, unless it's Passiveness through aggressiveness.
Yeah,
Wing
that's the
Chun
thing.
style.
I think if that aggressive style doesn't work, like for them, I don't know how they'll adapt if they have another way of playing and if they'll adapt well enough to this passive style that you've been talking about. If it does work, I mean, that's exactly what they want, right? Because they can just keep doing it. But I have a feeling that Hungary, you know, being a team that has played together for quite a while and has a bunch of experienced players, they'll know how to deal with it. They've probably come across aggressive teams before. So I don't know if Xbox has something up their sleeve to, you know, adapt if it's not working. But yeah, we'll just have
See
to
a
wait and see.
sniper, possibly.
Oh, true, actually, yeah.
Possibly. But on the other side, both Bread and Whiskash are really good snipers as well. So we'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah, well, we actually do have one team ready up here. That is the side of Xbox. They have readied up, so now we're just waiting for the side of Hungary to ready up now before we get this first map underway. I'm not sure if they've actually done their other picks yet.
Yes, they have.
Oh,
Xbox have picked Snakewater, and then Hungary have picked Villa.
Villa. That's quite interesting, actually. Well, before we can speak about those map picks, we are going into the ozfortres Season 29 High Lower Page Playoffs. Hungry 8 all day versus Xbox 360 voice chat. And we're coming into this first fight as both demos rolling out at a pretty even time, both doing the exact same thing. A bit of a mirror mid so far as both soldiers, they're looking to get Pride Rockers. One soldier already going deep and he's going behind. There will be a counter bomb.
Oh, that's 2 down for Xbox immediately. We see the high bomb in. Cal won't be able to get out.
Wow, that was pretty decisive actually there. As one soldier did go behind, that was Ace, I believe. No, Aussie actually that went behind first, but the counter aggression on the side of Hungary, just they were able to dominate those players that didn't seem to be quite ready for that counter aggression. So really well played from them, and that passive style really helped them out there.
I was not expecting that at all. I think it came down to the soldiers on rocks, because Xbox pushed forward across point, and then it's between the 2 rocks. Thinking, oh, for the stick trap, they lose 2 again. That's CS and Aussie down. It's still for Dubious here. Xbox 360 need to set up a sack, get this uber advantage, or waste about 30 seconds rebuilding to equal. Not a good spot.
Situation, yeah, definitely not a good situation you want to be in there, losing 2 players. I think they might have really wanted to go in for a sack there, and that just kind of eliminates that whole chance of doing like a 4-man sack there. Just slows them down. So really good trap there from Bonk, going to be able to find 2 players.
I wonder whether they should have still sacked the 2 players. There's probably a full sack wave here. Okay, they're sending the soldiers now. Aussie will go down. Ace will go down. They're not able to force, but this scout pressure across point. Not enough.
Michael left on 45 HP there, so good job on him for being able to hold that. And there's a counterbomb coming in from Samson, and he will force the Uber on Tal. That is not the situation we want to be in here. They're going to try and salvage, but the Blue can just re-enter and not even have to use here, as the Red are just going to have to give this up. Xbox in a really bad situation here. A minute 30 left for Hungary, and they have almost a full Uber advantage.
Really, really good bomb in there from Samson. And, like, Shooter and Brad are just not going to push across point. Whiskat, like, they're just gonna chill. Oh, but we see the bomb in. High bomb in from the demo. All of Xbox 360, they're able to get the force. 1 minute 15 on the clock to a full 3 minutes. CS and Tal grinding and spawn. Well, it's Benny and Tal grinding and spawn.
They're actually going to set up a little bit of a forward ult here to try and delay Xbox here. This could end pretty badly if they don't spot the enemy team coming out early, but looks like they are just going to be spamming in the main there. They do actually a huge amount of damage there, and it will actually force out Tal.
This is not a good Uber. They get Brad. They're able to work point with this. Michael goes down. Nice bomb from Aussie. Brad down as well. Whiskash and Bonk will get picked up. Becky goes down as well. They lose Bitvolt, but they win the round.
Yeah, so they'll get this cap now. And I think that was really good from the side of Hungary. It was a good idea, but then, you know, the thing is that if you don't get out fast enough, you will get caught. And everyone on the side of Hungary did get caught there, so... But it still was a pretty good play. They did get the force out. Ubers are not too different. About 20% dis out, and they can actually fight dry here if they wish. It looks like they do want to.
We'll see. Yeah, Hungary just want to push through. We'll start seeing the spam mob. Unfortunately, Bicko's falls down. That's Xbox 360's demo. They can't win the spam one. Oh, the midi from Samson on Aussie. Absolutely mulched.
That is a clip and a half, that one. That was an amazing shot there. And
It's not an alleyway you want to be in at 3 AM. Oh,
As the Uber will come out from Tal, he will be walking forward. They want to
doesn't
catch
have.
Michael here. Yeah, Michael does not have. They want to catch Michael here, but he's actually done a really good job of just surfing out here. Well, not surfing, but, you know, repositioning here and being able to get in a good spot.
This bunch is really impressive. Aussie will also pick up Veggie and Cliff. Shooter's still... Whiskash is still a little bit forward. Aussie's still on... Cliff? Yeah, he's gonna just bomb onto Bonk. Pick up a free frag. Oh, that was Ace. Very nice from Ace. Whiskash will clean up both soldiers, so it looks like Hungry are just gonna try to chariot this through.
They will actually have to use Uber here. Good spam from the enemy demo there, as they will just walk into them here. They're not even just going to sit on point and be happy with it. They're going to go in and find Bitbolt there, as soldiers coming in for the counter bombs, and that is some really good damage there from Aussie. Going to be able to find 2 people there, and oh, it just keeps on happening. They keep dropping players here, but they will still get this cap. There's 3 seconds left on the cap, and there's no one near.
Tal really should not be in.
Oh, the players are coming in.
Just have to be.
Oh.
It felt like Tal wanted to back out and then sort of walked back in because he knew he had to, but a little bit of a half commit there from Xbox.
Yeah, I don't know if he was waiting for his players or something like that, for his players to come back in, but either way, that'll be the first round for Hungary. Gonna be a pretty decisive first round as well, and now we're coming into this second mid. It'll be interesting to see what Xbox does here. Soldiers pretty much mirroring once again onto their rock, but good damage from the blue demo, able to deny those soldiers any space, and this looks like a pretty dominant first mid again for the side of Hungary, getting really good damage.
That's Benny down. They've lost 1 scout. Okay, they pick up Samson. Bomb isn't effective enough. Hungry want to work. Okay, they're gonna chill. They're just gonna secure the lead, take the point. They've ground a bit, so there's about a 5%, 10% advantage. Oh, but this jump. Aussie picks up Whiskash. Isn't able to get Michael, even though it's 2 directs on it. Really, really good dodge there. Oh, the midi. Nearly.
Well, they will lose Bonk there, so they weren't able to fight back there. They did lose their main spam.
It's a really good dry fire there from Xbox.
So now it looks like they kind of want to forward hold, but also don't think a Scouts was trying to pick up a soldier there. As now it looks like it's pretty sad. Actually, Soldier Bomb coming in, Ace, and he is not going to be able to find anything. Nice shot.
Counter soldier in. Well, very set. Okay, they pop through. Hungry forward. Xbox counter pop. And it's just a reset in a lot of ways. They haven't dealt with these stickies yet. This could be really disastrous. Xbox just want to be in front of them, but now, oh, Bitvolt's going to get caught out in exchange. But they get Michael. That's Hungary's med down. Xbox, they've lost 2. They're going to end up having about 40% advantage. And their clock, it's just decent. This is a decent counter. After almost throwing the first round, I'd say, or just Hungary playing better, they've been able to push this forward. They've gotten more aggression in on the team, and they're pushing beyond Raw.
Yeah, it looks like Blue want to re-enter here, dry fight a little bit because they know that Xbox will not have Uber yet, as they want to get as much as they have been winning this spam war, and the demo again is taking so much damage on the side of Xbox.
Oh, and the 2 counter picks. Yeah, both Bread and Wishcash will be completely punished for that. Samson gets caught in the exchange, and Hungary are just out.
Wow, another great dry fight for Red there. Xbox is going to be able to win that out once again, getting just the vital piece that they needed, and Blue forced to go out again. Looks like they are just going to opt for getting the rest of this Uber and just take this even fight, as actually a forward hold coming out the side of Xbox.
It's a really nice bow by Tal to keep Bitvolt up there, because like both scouts just rushing their demo, it's almost instantly death, but yeah, the bow and then just the counter aggression onto both of Hungary's scouts. And it'll give them this forward hold. It'll give them at least another minute. Oh, we see the pyro out. Hungry bust.
Yeah, Samson doing a good job there of reflecting pretty much every rocket that came their way, and Ace is also going to get caught. And it's not what they want here, is the pyro will be a little bit harsh in this fight, won't be able to do a huge amount, as now it looks like he's going back to swap.
Counterbomb in here by Aussie. He'll get rockets on them, but not enough. Team is distracted by a soldier behind. They're not able to pressure. Samson's still alive. He jumps in now. Xbox are forced, and I don't think they know there's a soldier behind them. And they've got a full Uber in their fate, and they're still trying to kill this lone scout. No. Yeah, they'll get caught for it. Completely mulched. Stayed in way too long, tried to kill non-medics. Michael wasn't even forced there. Full Uber advantage here for Hungary.
Yeah, they were all over the place, Xbox. So there was players behind, players in front, players on the right side of the point. They were completely disjointed in that fight. And a bit tunnel vision there on that one scout, as they will lose the majority of their players there, and this Uber advantage now is swaying heavily on the side of Hungary is Red. They probably want to get a 4-man sack going in here. It looks like they're getting ready to do so. One soldier only tries to jump, but he doesn't commit fully. Maybe his team wasn't ready, maybe he stuffed up the jump a little bit there. But they look like they want to get this sack going. They are delaying a little bit too long here. It looks like they also don't want to know what they want to do here.
The soldiers are getting denied by Scout. They're both meat-shotting in long range. And they can't jump. There needs to be more aggression here on Hungary Scouts. Bivolt's doing the best. Yeah, he's putting in work. Xbox trying to edge this point. Aussie working corridor. Okay, he'll jump through. Every second that Xbox don't do something is bad for them. They lose ace. It's making things happen. But Hungary's defense are just insurmountable. If they can't deal with Brad or Whiscat, that's it. And they're going to counter Uber exchange. Whilst full Uber advantage for Hungary, they
Michael
take
dropped.
the time. Michael
dropped in that. I'm not sure where he was. I did not see, but he just dropped his Uber, and that's completely favourable for Xbox. Tal does go down in the post, so that does help Hungary quite a bit there. That's actually quite a vital med pick. But wow, I did not see how Michael dropped there, but that will make sure that Xbox take the point, but they still have so much time to get.
I saw them pop though. Was it like a... Did Michael try to bow someone in that Uber and just get meat shot?
I seriously don't know. I swear I saw him there as well Ubered, but it just, yeah.
He has to have gone for a bow, or just like fat-fingered it. So that's a really good advantage here. For Xbox. Ace goes down. They're losing these soldiers. The aggression from Hungary, just on any player, is considered slightly out of position. It's just insane. They're so hungry.
No pun intended there, as looks like they will be...
No, that was a pun intended.
Intended? Okay, well I appreciate it. As,
oh, nice pistol into Samson.
Yeah, but it looks like they want to try and fight here. Oh, Uber popped.
Hungry fast. Tau still has. Okay, counter pop here from Xbox. They have the better Uber, they have 2 scout, more players. Bonk is down for this. It's just a... Brett and Michael getting out. They get 2 soldier race ups, okay. CS will go down on that chase. And Hungary will re-enter through. It's just a drive.
Yeah, they have a good player advantage here, and they are actually going to enter. Fakey will find ace, but that will be traded out straight away. But they have such good point time, and it forces Red to come to the point, which is not favourable. The demo will go down, Bonk goes down, and Aussie.
Counter bomb from Aussie from behind, and they're able to collapse. They have a soldier behind them. This surf by Tal might be enough. He surfs into a scout, but doesn't know he's there, and it's okay.
Massive bomb from
overtime.
Aussie. And I think Aussie might have just won that round for them with that final bomb, finding 2 picks.
I'd agree. Also gave the position for Tao to be able to surf and survive, and that's 1-1 tie.
That was actually, I thought that was going to be a bit more of a hungry round there. They're doing a lot better it seemed, but then just that last second clutching from the side of Xbox is going to be able to help them win that first or second round now, as it is 1-1. We're coming to this third middle fight. Coming to this is good damage again, once again from Bonk. Doing really good damage onto Bitvolt there, and the soldiers again, they just can't seem to find a good opening on the side of Xbox. The Scout's doing a really good job on Hungary.
Just working with spam. We see the initial bomb by Feki, that's the aggression. Counter bomb in here, Samson's forward. Unfortunately, Benny will go down. Oh, but then that's CS and Ace. Those
Bonk
2 picks
again.
there by Bonk.
Bonk's just doing so much. Like, he's doing so much damage, and he's also fragging. Like, he's just doing a lot on these first initial fights, and just in any fight really, he's doing quite a lot. As now Xbox again find themselves in a familiar position. They will be able to fight this because it is Ubers even. As now it looks like they do want to fight that. Everyone looking around. Hey, where's the medic? Oh, that trap. Aussie, he wants to go fast, but he'll get completely denied by Bonk. Pretty good trap there, and that will delay Xbox. I think they were banking on that aggression a bit, and now they're kind of a bit confused as to what to do. And Ace just jumps right
into the
that
exact
trap.
same
Oh no. That's a bit of a blunder there from Ace, not realising, hey, that he's probably put those traps back there once again. Good stuff from Bonk once again, completely denying those soldiers to get any aggression.
One of these soldiers needs to play corridor a bit more. They obviously don't want to get caught out, and they don't want to get aggressed by 2 scouts across point, and then be forced to back up to that kit, but if both soldiers for Xbox are just going to take the rock, they're both going to take the same damage. And Hungary are just going to be left being able to pin them out of the sky. We see the bomb, we see the force. Counter force here. Aussie aggroes for early aggression. Okay, but that's 2. Samson and Whiskash down. Oh, the stick traps will pick up Tal. It's just up to... Oh, but the mid-air by Feggy might seal it.
some great rockets coming out this game. Feggy finding another great air shotters now. It looks like they do want to fight this, but they don't have the heals to do this. They're just eventually going to have all their health chipped away. A soldier is going behind. That's Aussie. But he'll shoot this scout. Oh! Aussie finding Brett with an amazing rocket there. That was really, really nice from Aussie. That's another clip. This game's full of clips already. As it looks like, that was really good. As Xbox looks like they are actually going to be able to take that point now.
20% advantage for Hungary. Xbox just, yeah, spamming slow. Very interesting position by Bitfall. Just making sure he's as forward as possible. He gets bombed by a soldier, but he's got his scouts with him. We see the bomb in now. Yeah, he gets bombed by a soldier. And that soldier will go behind. Red will go down. Bonk is really hurt from Hungary. But Xbox just haven't... Okay, they've dealt with the soldier. But they've lost too many players. Hungary focused the position out of that chaos. Got them. And they're going to recap. Counter aggression is in, but... Scout duel... Soldier aggression. Early force. Talhat. Better Uber from better Uber from Xbox.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to have that better Uber and a lot more to play with and the positioning, but again, as you said, they don't have the players, and there's also a soldier behind.
There was a miscomm between the soldier behind and to aggress into point, because if you ignore that soldier, you can aggro and kill point and then deal with him a little bit later, but if you go kill that soldier, then you can play slow attrition more, and I think there was just two different ideas on the side of Xbox there, and they'll get completely pincered.
Not only is the clock advantage on the side of Hungary, they also have a bit of an Uber advantage as well, as Aussie will go down once again to Bonk. As it looks, that will really hinder this push. They want to fight, but they just don't have the positioning, and they are also losing players. Soldier goes behind Samson. He will go down, not finding midair on that scout, but Bonk will be finding another pick there onto a scout of ZS, and Brad finding another. This is not looking great for Xbox.
Xbox's demo going down in that fight is 85. The Uber's into them. Oh. Benny's not able to get out. Tal is running for his goddamn life. Okay, that's good. They're gonna be able to... But that's the time. That's the Uber that they needed. I'm not looking at the clock enough.
Yeah, they didn't get that. That was really good from the side of Hungary, just pushing him out. Even if he did get the Uber, they weren't even near close to the point. So, really good job. They did get forced, so they used the most out of that Uber that they had. And we are now coming into this fourth fight here. And again, Bonk doing just another absurd amount of damage. Also doing good damage onto the soldier on the top right. And those soldiers are just taking so much damage.
No pipe on a Bonk. He'll just survive. Counter aggression by Feggy. Ozzy will counterbomb as well, but he gets collapsed. Single Roma trade, single soldier trade. Ace gets caught on the counterbomb. And now it's really just Bitfall and Tal here. Benny will try to re-enter, but unfortunately ZS gets piped. Well, ZS gets killed by Samson. And then that's it. It's interesting. I think in a lot of ways, Hungary are just playing around rock. That's all they want to do. And all their players are in better positions to actually re-collapse. Like, if they lose a player, whoever killed that player dies. However, as we saw, just in that last position, Benny was not with Bitfold, and Zias died somewhere else.
And there's an Uber, actually.
Oh, they force forward. It's just Benny. It's going to go behind.
Yeah, this Uber's a lot better for Hungary. They're actually going to take it aggressively. Will they find the medic? Oh, Tal! Great movement there. Able to live there from Bonk. Bonk not able to convert that frag. He was a bit alone, so he does just give that up, realizing Tal has outmaneuvered his stickies and pipes, and
he'd prefer to survive than get caught. Yeah. But he'll go down now. Very nice there. Really good pick by Zias. This will be Xbox's chance to recap. We see Aussie on sniper now. Nice pick onto Feggy. Bitfold could pipe. The pressure here. Really good pressure by Zias. Bitfold will collapse. Ace on rock here is perfect. This is the position for Ace to be. They're rock. Holding.
Problem with the sniper now is that they can't really forward hold. They haven't really forward held at all here, Xbox, so don't think they've really been ever in a position to, but I want to see how this sniper plays out on Aussie. As
he players up, yeah. Where is he at the moment?
He just fell off China. He's the back of house now. He is going to find a shot on the demo, but it won't actually be a 150 headshot. As he will find the soldier of Feggy, as Ace does go down at the same time. He will try and find that soldier with the SMG, but of course he's too healthy. And yeah, I think they're just trying to close down Aussie here.
Samson chasing Ace all the way through grass into a cliff, and then just stands still for a bow and dies to a scout. Ubers are exchanged. Snipers on China here. They've got the defensive position. I think Xbox can edge point here. They've got one pick, and Hungary don't even want to be in. Very, very powerful counter push.
That was a really good shot from Ozzy onto Bonk. There was only like half of the head showing, and he just was able to click on it.
I don't know how they lose 2 players there. I don't know. I really don't understand how they lose 2 players off that. They weren't on the point there. Okay, we see the counter bomb as well. Feggy picks up tower.
That was a bit miscoordinated from Samson and Feggy, but still Feggy was able to just come in. I guess at a disjointed time, they weren't expecting it. They were tunnel visioning Samson, and he was able to just to find 2 rockets onto Tal and take him down straight away. So Ozzy, a bit of pressure on his side to hit a good shot here, as well as Ace to try and find something, but mainly on Ozzy here to try and find a good shot onto this medic.
Oh, the bomb by Feggy. Completely in, completely out. Oh, Samson. Completely dead. But that'll be enough. That single jump has given Hungary the entire point. And then the counter bomb here. Trying to make sure Sniper can't do work. Ozzy's denied pretty far, but yeah, it looks like Benny will pick up the soldier, saves his player, and that's Xbox's time to repush. They got the player. Bonk's launched in the Uber has popped here. Where's Tal? Tal doesn't have. Plus on 40%. I don't think they've... Oh, but they're juking. They were able to do it. And now Xbox are looking to repush.
Ozzy obviously not happy with that wiggle of the mouse, not happy he's not hitting these shots, and he does get a good surf, but Samson knows better to try and hit that air shot. He just hits the safety rocket, and that'll be enough to take down that sniper. And again, Xbox not in a favourable position. Looks like they do want to try and edge point here. And they do actually have a great Uber advantage here, but they also don't have the players right now, so I'm assuming they're just going to wait for their players and re-enter here.
I think if Xbox can't stop Samson getting onto their China, they're just going to lose. Because that's happened like so many rounds. It's completely messed. Aggressive Uber in. Nice headshot onto Whiskash. But they're not able to get Michael. Oh. Good Uber. No. No Michael. So Hungary are just going to counter Uber back in. They're on 80%. 15 seconds
so
to
much
a minute
time.
30.
Yeah, they have so much time just to get this Uber and then come back in. Ozzy again on the sniper here, so he is wanting to hit this shot here. He is holding the right side here, hoping to find Michael. He's gonna have to hit a pretty good shot here, but they've already used.
Tal's out on Cliff. They haven't capped yet though, which is might be the saving grace, but they lose 3. Xbox lose. Yeah, Hungary's gonna pick up enough. Ozzy's in a position where he might just swap off. He knows he doesn't have time anymore. He doesn't see the soldier behind him. Samson's being given a free run at this game. Samson's just given a complete free run.
There it is, the 3-1 scoreline. That is the map over, and that will be Hungary taking the clean 3-1. I would say pretty convincingly there. Second round was actually pretty good, as we saw Xbox did win that, and it was quite close, but the rest of the round seemed to be pretty convincing on the side of Hungary, and I guess this would be a good time to look at the logs.
I feel like the sniper was an okay idea, except for the fact that the only reason Xbox were able to win those fights and win the round they did was because of the Aussie bombs. So for him to go sniper is almost just they lose that soldier aggression that they needed so dearly, and they just couldn't break. They couldn't break Hungary's position from there. And in a lot of ways, I think, as long as Samson's allowed to sit above you, on your cliff, on China, you just can't do anything. And in a lot of ways, if Xbox are going to run a sniper like that, they need to actually defend their sniper and play in that way.
Yeah, 100% I agree with that. I think the sniper, as you said, was a good idea. He was hitting some shots, but I don't think it was being supported enough and didn't get enough opportunities to actually hit those shots.
Given how the game went, it needed to be Ace Sniper, or it needed to be Zia Sniper and Ace Scout. That was the only way that was going to work. In my personal opinion.
As I'm looking at the logs right here, and Samson, even though like 17-17 doesn't look too impressive, he did get 315 DPM, but something that the logs don't show, as we've been mentioning, the amount of space he was able to get for his team on Soldier was just absolutely incredible. And some really good forces there as well from Samson, so I think Samson is probably my standout for this game.
Do you see this bitfall damage?
Yeah.
Do you see this goddamn bitfall damage? Like, I know if you're on the back foot a lot, a lot of people feed into your damage as demo, but 12.8k from the side of Bitvolt, and then Bonk is following up only on 8.6. That's a 4k lead. That's insane.
That is actually incredible. 500 DPM is what I'm seeing right now. That's wow. That's incredible, especially for such a, it seemed like convincing, wins for the side of Hungary to get that much
I'm looking
damage out.
I'm looking at the complete run log.
Still
Okay.
though, he did lead by like 900 damage. Not as much
it
as
was
you would say.
exactly the same. Yeah. Bitvolt leading on 10k damage compared to Bonk's 9.8. Okay. We got that. Obviously with a lot of frags, a lot of aggression, but not a lot of damage. This 4 minutes of sniper for 4 frags is... that's about what? 8 soldier bombs? There could have been 8 fights.
Yeah.
But I think, in a lot of ways, that game came down to Bread. I think Whiscash was the aggressive scout in a lot of ways, and Bread presented a problem to Xbox, and until they dealt with Bread, they would not be able to win a lot of those fights. And they just weren't able to solve it in a lot of ways.
Yeah, you can kind of see that on Ace's rough game, 7 and 20, 215 DPM, that he was just not able to do a lot. And a combo of Bonk's traps and the scouts of Bread and Wishcash just absolutely denying them. Yeah, Aussie I think was able to find a few more openings, but Ace was just struggling to find many openings. They're doing such a good job just denying him, and that's Soldier in 2020 for you.
Yeah. In a lot of ways, I think it's rough on Viaduct, because it matches Hungary's playstyle so perfectly. And I think Ace and Aussie were taking similar positions, and I think they were taking similar damage. So I think Aussie going sniper was the, fix to that, but it doesn't work. It just, in a lot of ways, they lost their most important aggression.
Well, we just played our cost map, and now we're going into a 5 CP map. A different gamer, different play styles. Who do you think it favors more in a 5 CP scenario?
I think... I'm trying to remember the last game I watched between these two teams in the brackets, in the Swiss. So, if I remember correctly, this was 1-1 tied, and this is what I made mention about how passive that Hungary play. It was 1-1 tied, and Hungary's position was so good, but they had uber advantage. And it was like they decided to push and they didn't want to, even though they should have. If they'd stayed passive, so they pushed and failed. And then eventually Xbox actually took Snakewater off them. So, I think Viaduct's a different story. I think Xbox have a much better chance on this map. And they've got a lot more tools in their utility belt, so to speak.
Well,
Also, that's the thing with the experience, right? Viaduct really relies on, that experience of team cohesion and when to aggress and when not to aggress. And I think there were a lot of single situations where Zeus and Benny had a 2-second window to be in or they lose. Whereas on Snakewater, it's going to be about 5 seconds. It's going to be about 10 seconds. The chokes are going to mean they're going to regroup, get buffs, and work through there. So it's going to be less chaotic.
yeah, that's the thing, right? With Viaduct, it's just a constant mid-fight. Apart from, the breaks you need to take in between, building Uber and whatnot. You have an Uber disadvantage sort of thing. So it is just a constant mid-fight, that map is. So, having some time to methodically push through some points, I think a good change of pace could really help them here. And they have actually been the first team to ready up here. But I think also it's going to be... I think that at the moment, Hungary is just kind of a brick wall right now, especially... for the soldiers. It's quite hard for them just to find anything to get through this wall that is Hungary.
I'm going to predict a 2-2 golden cap. And whoever wins that golden cap, I don't know. But that's what I'm going to predict.
I think Hungary takes this 3-1 for me, just at the first map. I think that at the moment they're just way too much of a brick wall at the moment for Xbox 360 to do what they need.
Look, I mean, if Ace is willing to jump further, and if Zeus is going to back Ace up in a lot of those fights, which I think they are, but Ace just needs to be able to get in. If Ace can stop dying to Bread and Whiskash, Xbox stand a chance, I think. And Aussie needs to not go sniper.
Yeah. Looks like we do have an admin in here. They're just sorting some stuff out. I'm not sure if they're sorting out names or something like that to make it easier for us as or is he just spectating? I'm not sure what's going on. But I'm sure that they will be ready to go sooner or later, as both teams, they have all their players here, they're just waiting, jumping around the map, talking to Core and Spec. Not sure what's going on, but we'll figure it out very soon.
Yeah, I think they're just waiting. Not sure what Core's specifically here, but for...
Who knows? I don't know. We haven't got any updates for us, so looks like they're just gonna be jumping around, warming up after that first map, talking a little bit over, but yeah, it looks like Red Xbox ready up first, so once again it will be Hungry the second to ready up, and well, as I say that, they ready up straight up, so it is the ozfortres Season 29 High Lower Page Playoffs. We have Xbox 360 voice chat versus Hungry, and Hungry took the first map 3-1 on Viaduct. As we come to this map, Snake Water, as both demos now going to be rolling out. Pretty vital to hit these rollouts to get a good amount of damage first. It looks like different rollouts. Bimfrog gets first.
Bong playing the more left side through dungeon. Scouts are just duking above. No soldier aggression yet. Ace needs a bug. We see Aussie bomb through. Ace is going to pressure full. Bread and... Oh, Bread will go down. And then Samson and Wishcat. This single... Oh! Feggy almost getting tapped. And that is such a convincing mid by Xbox.
Yeah, that just kind of happened all at once. An Ace going very deep to find Michael there. That's actually quite a vital pick. As Michael getting out would have been quite good. They would have had a chance to maybe grind a little bit, maybe get that Uber. But now they don't have a chance at all to get this Uber. And I don't even know if they'll have time to get a gun up right now. And their heals are only coming up now. None of these players are going to have a buff. This is not looking good. The Uber comes out, Scout led. And the Scout is going to be...
spawn, but they haven't capped. No one is on point. And the Uber's over now. They needed their other scout in. It was a single soldier. Oh, they're gonna get Feggy and Samson. They have their chariot, they have their demo, but they don't have health. No point presence, absolutely. None at all.
Oh no,
you can't just Uber a scout and a medic in and expect, like, stuff to happen. You need to, like, the other scout needs to play point. There was there's a good 4 seconds there where there's just a free round if you're willing to be in with your Uber. It's Uber ad. Get everyone in there. Oh well. Hungry are gonna push through mid. They've got 60 ad.
Oh no, and that's not good. I think Zeus is trying to get some spotting there for Ace, as Ace is in a spot to save.
I haven't seen Aussie. Aussie will jump in. He goes for Bonk instead of the medic. Gets suspended. Won't get anything for his troubles. Bitfoot's still stuck.
Oh, I see a sniper dot. That is Zeus actually on the sniper. And he'll be walking back, trying to go to Solve, trying to find a sightline, so he's trying to drop this medic here, or at least a demo to buy time for this Uber. And Zeus, I know he's
50%.
a damn good sniper.
50% grinding on that. Given the position currently, look, Hungry want to go through Saw, but Tao's going to be on 70 now. They've got to work through this sniper. Okay, they pop instead of dodging the sniper shot. They're going to rush in the lobby. Red 40, can't get med, they're just going to reset. Take the second.
Yeah,
now,
they take second, but no picks.
Sometimes that's what an Uber is. Really exceptionally by Xbox there. The issue here, okay, Xbox want to push out. They're not going to actually waste time. They don't want to sit. But how? How do they push out? They're in lobby. They want to go. Hungry have sticks everywhere. They have the soldiers and the players ready. They start walking through Ren. They're going to get forced to this soldier.
Yeah, again, just some hesitation
Just a straight mirror.
Xbox 360. They just kept getting spammed, and they wanted to get healed again, and they did go through, and then Faggy just high bombs. He gets a really good bomb, forces the medic, so a bit rough there from Xbox. A bit of hesitation, and again, another pretty bad Uber from the side of them, as they did just lose that full ad Uber on last as well, so not looking too good here for Xbox.
Hungry want to go through grass. They haven't seen the stick traps. They haven't seen the stick. Oh, Michael drops. This is Scout there too. I bomb
They had like 3 players in there, well 2 in, and then a trap there as well, and it ends up being the trap that forces them as they want to salvage here. And oh, they might actually get a good long tail in a good spot though. That's going to be very hard to get to with both scouts watching. And oh, he's actually capturing those damage from the demo.
Soldiers comes in. They need to deal with these players.
This meta is so weak.
Come on, Ace.
The scouts
Do
above him. He dies, he drops to a scout. Tal's gonna go down, and that's an amazing salvage, just sending everyone in for Tal. And Tal.
Why was Zeus and Aussie in lobby while that entire thing happened? They can't.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Bit of a miscommunication, I guess. I'm not sure if I guess, different pages.
Something?
I'm sure, to be honest.
That's gotta be rough. It's gotta be really rough from Tal. That could have been a good, really good solo soldier. But it looks like Hungry are just gonna re-push through. The high bomb, they're gonna try to get a force on a mic. Ooh! No! Aussie didn't have rockets loaded. That's a shame.
Well, now we see. Oh, it's actually even worse.
Yeah, okay. Just go down, Benny, to a stickies getting caught. I think for the side of Xbox 360 voice chat, they're probably all yelling at each other to get in, and then waiting for someone else to get in. And no one's being the first person until someone gets frustrated, and then they don't time things well. And then on the side of Hungry, I think they're just sitting there going like, why are they pushing? Oh, we're dead now. Because they're getting bored, and then they're not checking things.
Well, we have a dual sniper here, and oh, as I say that, just takes out Bread. That sniper duel's over. Let's see us with the pick there. Just gonna take down Bread. And, what? There's so many picks? That's Bonk finding like 2 or 3. And they're just gonna use into here. They have such a big player advantage, and Tal gets first on the point.
Oh, come on. Like, they sack 3 people in on an equal over last hold, and then everyone runs away from Tal, and they're forced to have this just absolutely yacked drive-by, and it's of course Hungry's gonna win it.
They're just playing these a lot better. I think they're playing more together, as we've seen Xbox disjointed quite a bit in multiple situations, not just Uber pushes. As we will be coming now into the second mid of this match, of this map, I should say. As the demos, again, it looks like Bitbolt's a bit faster and a bit more aggressive, but this time it's going to lay off a little bit. As now they look like they want to take the top here, and there is a soldier in Blue Kitchen. He's not going to be able to do much just yet, but they will be waiting. As, oh, here comes the bomb.
He goes down for the aggression. Oh, the surf straight into Ace's rocket. Aussie fighting on point. Will die at the chariot. These scouts behind are difficult. Tal's getting left behind by players. The scouts disconnected, and it looks like Hungry are just gonna, 2 scouts and a demo. They'll keep it.
And that is a mid there for the side of Hungary. And it looks like Tal wants to get out here, and oh, he might have gotten something if there was not a soldier there. And then the soldier that's made up with that chariot. So, looks like Bull not have an advantage here actually, and Samson actually up on the spy. Tal with around about 80% Uber advantage.
This is going to be tragic. No, they won't look for this. This is going to be tragic. Their focus is way too forward to look for this spy. They're not going to check it.
Samson uncloaks now. He's going to drop him. Tal goes down to the Samson spy, and that is going to be tilting. He's had such bad luck this game, Tal, and that is just going to add on to it. And that completely halts any momentum that they just had then, and it swings now in the favor of Hungry.
All of Tal's players are too thirsty, and he's getting left and caught out, and then forced to run around, and it's just mulching season for Wish Cash and Bread. They're just chilling on middle here. They have the mid. We see Zeus really far forward. Aussie's setting up, sort of just a little spot, making sure he can get something in dungeon. But I think they'll see him. Yeah. So there's an issue if you stand against walls in that way, where your shadow actually shows through the wall, like it glitches. So if you, just an FYI to any soldier, never, the gun was sticking through, the rocket launcher was sticking through the wall.
Just TF2 things, man.
Your rocket launcher exists outside of you. That's why Original's good, even though it'll still sort of show. But like, You can't stand next to a wall. You have to account. It's why that little snake water, like, the corner hold into Saw, you have to look into the corner so your rocket doesn't show.
Just here, two things. Those are some things you do have to account for. As now, looks like it is actually even. Samson is going to be up on this sniper. And actually there is going to be a counter sniper. They probably chucked that ZS now up as well. And Samson says no to that. He will now ZS losing that sniper duel. And now it looks like he wants to take a more aggressive peek. Not going to be able to hit the first shot. Oh, that's a nice headshot he hits there. And he does get knocked forward. He doesn't go for the hero shot. They actually get forced here.
Ubers exchange. Xbox have lost 2 players. They lose 3. And that's round.
Never mind. I thought that was a force, but no. They just had a coordinated player. Scout went through lower, sat on the point, they Ubered in front, and they got so much cap time and were able to win that. So really well played there.
I actually can't believe this in a lot of ways. This is a full-on tilt from the side of Xbox. And I think that one backstab was basically it. The thing is that Hungary just have such a passive position. They care so much about keeping their players alive. And Xboxes shine with the aggression. Look, Hungary can do it too. They'll lose both their soldiers, but they have the aggression. A really good reaction from Xbox. Pressure forward. See the counterbomb from Ace. So much damage. Bomb in from Aussie. Pressuring forward. 1 scout down. Med down. Just a scout left. Cleaned up. Good counter mid. Come on!
That's a good countering to what has just happened in these past 2 rounds. They actually played that quite well. So okay, Samson just goes for a little peek and he will get decimated for that. So that's really unfortunate. As Aussie talking in chat about how he's got a lot of damage, but hardly any kills. It's the life of Soldier, I feel. Is now Tau will have a major Uber advantage. Now the last time this happened, they destroyed. The last time this sort of a push happened, they did not do it well, so hopefully they've learned from the last time, and that is not a good start. Fakey finding a pick, and they're going to go in regardless. The gun's still up, it is only going down now, but this Uber has pretty much found nothing, and again, like you said, nobody's playing the point.
No one's playing point. This is stupid. This is actually stupid. Look at this. Why are you going for the frags, man? They get picks, they don't deal with the heavy. They can't deal with this. And now Tal can't. What? Samson doesn't know? He knows. He's waiting for a vote. Come on. Come on, no, you can't get the men there. Samson had a perfect position to get mad. Tal will get out though. Very nice by Ace to defend. Benny, CS wants to flank through. He's trying to go for a back cap, but like, he doesn't realize that Hungary aren't even in yet. Because they've waited on last and they've buffed up all their players and then they walk through together. And it's not even in his like brain, it's not even in his absolute comprehension that a team would sit there and buff up. And he went for the back cap. And this kitchen, they don't even know that Hungary going hit this soldier bomb gets behind them. They have top of the 85. Hungary have taken too long. Aussie will try to get a force, but he's by himself. Xbox have just given this up. They have equal, but this is good, this is good. Hungary pressure forward, they play it smart, they don't commit too far with the 15% over advantage, but like, the force, really nice force there. I think that was Ace and Zeus. Yeah, Ace and Zeus getting a really nice force. Full over advantage hit on Xbox. Counterbomb in. Michael's on 40 HP. Uber is popped. Fred will go down. Michael will go down. That's Wish Cash as well. Counterbomb by Feki. Onto Tal. Bonk's there as well. Nice stuff by Tal, but there's 3 players. Too many.
They're able to salvage really well. No matter what happens here, Hungary, they just always are able to salvage and get that counter pick that they need. And fight going on second, and there we go. Ace is going to be able to find that rocket onto Samson.
Very nice mini. Misclick? Come on, man.
Just commit to the taunt.
Just commit. Just do it.
I know you're 2-0 down, but like, you gotta do something to boost the morale. Maybe tilt the other team. I don't know. At the moment,
CS on sniper. Yeah, they've got to like. The sniper might work. If Xbox can back into Hungary's head and work this through. Bomb by Aussie, bomb by Ace. They get both get denied. The pressure's aggressive. Benny wants to get in here, but they don't have soldiers. So counter soldier aggression is too much. Oh, Fakey goes down. Samson goes down. But Benny's caught out. Benny doesn't want heals. Doesn't want to beam. Okay, there you go. Get a vote. It's good pressure, but if that's the difference, and they force early, it's that's the difference. Xbox, Benny being forward there is correct in a lot of ways to deny that position, but it's not something Hungry would ever do. They get forced. Really nice force by Brad. They're only in the saw here. Xbox need to push forward. Hungry have already set up a really far back mid-hold. The counter-aggression here from window. Oh, Samson's complete.
I've never seen someone go so high on that mid. That's incredible.
The only way I've seen it is the Andy Rue Vegas Bazooka box.
Andy Rue Vegas. That's very true.
Alright, they're gonna work through. Xbox in saw. 2 down here. No soldiers for Hungry. They start busting through. Initial soldier aggression. Demo high ball. Scouts lead them through. Whiskash goes down. All aggro into lobby. One of you scouts cap. Fuck it! Oh my god, no one's capping. No one's capping. This is stupid. No one's capping. And now they're gonna have to spawn camp. Counter soldier aggression.
Look at
Ozzy's
them,
gonna
they
go
realize
down.
now.
Zeus is gonna go down.
Oh my gosh, and I don't know how Edson wasn't able to find that med in the end there. He got so deep on the med, was able to find someone, I think it was a scout, but somehow he wasn't able to find Michael there. It's really unfortunate, and again, of course they didn't cap, which really doesn't help the situation here. It allows time for them to regroup and buff.
By a soldier and cheese. Veggie will go down to, they're able to successfully counterforce. They're not gonna be able to get it. What? What? Okay. Hal will get out and Bog will just die. Clumsy, painful death.
I don't know what happened.
I don't understand. I have no idea how Xbox hold that. And I have no idea how Bog just cooked this. Oh, but Ozzy is spammed out by this heavy. Really good aggression. Samson and Red go down. Early point presence by Benny. See it. Okay, you get a 2k. If you die to this, okay.
It's a bit better.
If you kill the players, you cap point for free. If you cap point, you don't need to kill the players. It's a risk. To just farm your stuff. I don't know. There's so much like raw, absolute monkey energy on the side of Xbox right now. We'll see if it's enough.
Well, coming to this next mid, the 4th mid of this map. And again, there's good aggression. Nice direct there on the side of the top right. Scout will be forced off because of that. Some aggression coming in from the soldiers onto the top. And now the counter bombing coming in and... Okay, Feggy is just no longer in the server. He gets deleted by the scouts there. And that's a good change there. As now it looks like they want to counter aggress here. And that is A's.
Ozzy taking hunt for
this is going to be a mid again for Xbox.
Benny is not shooting the scouts. Benny is not shooting the same. That's why Soldier sucks. If you have to shoot 2 scouts and your scout doesn't even bother to shoot them, yeah, they get the frags, they win the fight. But that is exactly why Soldier sucks so much. He has to take that hut. He has to then get charioted at. And if those scouts don't get shot out in that exact moment, there is nothing he can ever do. And then they'll still clean it up. Because it's a beam scout versus like lit scouts that have taken rockets, but it just feels shit as a soldier, you know? And both those scouts could get instantly mulched and you'd still have a scout and soldier up, and you'd probably be in a better position. I think that's something that Garden understands, that Hungry understand, and I think that's something that Xbox don't. Look, Bitfault wants to go under, Tau wants to go above. Okay, getting a good under push. They want us to go straight through. Okay, they've taken a lot of spam, pop through. Sentry on point, no heavy yet.
Control point is being captured.
Trying to get cap time. He's in the spot for it. Counter aggression, not enough. They force though, it's really nice. For Ace to force, get Samson, but they won't get Tal out. Just 2 players under here for Xbox.
Even though they didn't win that fight, that's a lot better. They got that cap time going. They, they went in at the same time. They did everything a little bit more right that time compared to the other last pushes. So definitely an improvement from what we've been seeing, and maybe a bit of a turnaround there, an opportunity for a turnaround to get back into this game. There is 10 minutes, so there is definitely a lot of time.
Yeah, there's definitely enough time. 11 minutes 40 on the clock. 2-1 to the side of Hungry 8 all day.
Looks like we are pretty much sailing. There is a bit of an advantage for Michael, but I don't think it is pushable. It isn't quite 20%. Actually, it is now. Oh no, No, it isn't. I'm bad at maths. Looks like it will just be around about 10%-ish. And I don't think that anyone's going to be pushing up this advantage. So chilling now, and it'll be interesting to see what both teams do here. As really, Blue don't have to do anything. Well, I guess someone will just catch a pipe for them as they actually do go through counter-sack in here. Feggy won't find anything.
I think it's just going to be another hole. Yeah. Xbox want to slowly try to poke sword, get a pick, maybe.
Bonk has been completely caught out. Oh, but his scout's coming to save at the perfect time. Ace saw a great opportunity there as Bonk was overextended, I think, setting up traps and lower, and sadly isn't able to get high enough damage rockets onto him, and the scouts come to his rescue, and I think he'll learn from that one.
I think that exemplifies just, Benny will die to a stick trap. That really exemplifies just that sort of difference in how Bread and how Benny, or how Bread want to play. Bread and Whiskash. So many players, so much aggression. This game has been so chaotic.
What?
Samson's behind.
Blue used?
Really?
Was that a misclick?
Where are they? Yeah, that has to be a misclick.
I think they misclicked. I don't think that was a force in any way. Wow. And I don't know if Red even realised it. No, they have to. They're this aggressive.
I don't think they know.
No, surely they don't. Wow, that's interesting.
And of course, with Xbox losing 2 players, they're going to be pro. Okay.
So
if there is a small case, right? Yeah, no. Okay, so Vidfault's saying spy. So that means they don't know that Michael accidentally popped. Vital could get a beat on Michael. He could see with a solemn vow that they don't have Uber. But like, Xbox lost 2 players and then they waited for the push. There is a big brain moment there where you say, they're not pushing. Did they pop? We go trade. But like, how can you predict someone's gonna fat finger?
No, if Michael does get forced there. He was down at 54 HP, got bombed there. I think that was by Aussie. Aussie is going to find that force, and now they will know that that Uber was popped. And this is a bit rough that Zeus is on sniper. This is a good point for it, but they will have to exit.
It's good if they go grab. The counterbomb here by Samson. Really good. Gets the force. 30, probably 40% advantage here for Michael. Yeah. So I think it's just up to... Please just cap. One of you scouts cap. Please. 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 I hate this. I hate watching how Xbox are playing. It's so stupid.
And yeah, Michael having a great added. This is interesting. A heavy on last here. I'm not sure if they're going to leave this heavy here. They do have a spy up as well, so I don't think they have any plans to push out with this Uber advantage. I think they're saying, hey, we've got 8 minutes. We can sit here all we like. It is only a 1-point advantage, but that's enough to win, obviously, so they're just going to be sitting here, chilling for now with a heavy. Oh no, they're off it now. Never mind, I speak way too soon. As looks like they will be coming in, and they do get forced here. Oh my goodness, Bonk goes into the stratosphere as it looks like Aussie will be finding it, be found by Bread there, as an Uber is going to be forced out on the side of Bread. That is a really good force from
Good exchange from the Feggy, yeah. Oh, this is the key. Benny picks up Whiskash, which means this is Xbox time to push. They're through left. They've got their scout. They're just getting in now. Okay, come on. Push through. Samson's been denied. They try to get the sticks in the point pressure. Bonk's on 5 HP and spawn. He doesn't get it.
This point pressure needs to happen now.
Very nice, very nice. 2-2 tie.
Oh, 7 minutes left here. That is definitely enough to get some rounds, but with the pace that this game's been going, this one could go to a golden cap. You could be quite right about the York prediction there, a 2-2 golden cap. As now we are going into the 5th middle now. As the last 2 rounds have gone the side of Xbox.
Equal time. No initial soldier aggression. This a good... Oh my... What is Ziggs completely owning Feggy? Okay. And then the counter aggression by Aussie. Straight onto Michael. Counterbomb by Aces. Oh, it's a massacre. Oh!
Oh no.
Oh. Samson gets correctly cleaned up by Benny. And they're able to rush forward. It's ace capping. Oh, there we go.
They've had this situation a few times now, and no times that they converted, so this will be the time they want to.
They should convert off them. Ace and Benny having a little moment on point, just sort of saying, sorry, yeah, I need a cap, you know. Oops. They want to go straight under again. This hasn't worked every single time they've pushed it. But they drop a scout on entry. And they deal with the sentry. They don't have extra. Get the med. You actually should be given 4 players, but they get the heavy. Okay, they get the heavy, get the scout. That's what they need. They could have played Uber Advantage. Maybe a safer team would have played Uber Advantage, but they're gonna make it work. Just demo. Good stick. Good stick. Bitvolt, cheering out for a 3-2.
Yeah, that's 3 rounds now in a row for Xbox. They will be taking this now into their lead for the first time in this whole series.
Yeah, wow. This is that monkey aggression. And as long as they just keep going, then I think that's what's gonna fold Hungry I Eat all day.
Yeah, and now we're coming into this next mid demos again. Similar timing. A scout aggresses hard right onto that soldier. He gets airstalled. And yeah, he might be able to go deep.
Oh, but this left side push. Michael is so far. I love this. The left push to HUD. It's going to completely ruin Xbox. For what? Well, I say that. Oh, Ace is... Where is Ace? Hiding. In dungeon.
Oh, he hasn't been spotted either. Oh, now he gets spotted, but he gets a few good rockets, but
the issue
it's
there,
not going to be enough.
It's the same spot the stick trap and the scout was in last time.
True.
So Hungry are going to check it.
Double sniper? Okay, he swapped up. Sorry, I just saw double sniper there for a second. I was kind of confused. Oh, they get forced there, or maybe an early pop.
I think it was damage force / they're there, let's go.
Yeah, and oh my god, they just sit on the point!
See? That's what you do! You just put on the points and you win! Like...
That was
wow.
instantaneous.
You can just do that and you win! Look! Who knew?
Oh my goodness, 3-all now. As, yeah. We will be coming to the next mid.
I'm sorry for screaming. Okay, it has to be bomb by Feggy straight onto point, completely middying Bitvolt out of existence. 2 dead here for Xbox, they're not even going to try to contest. Scout, both chariot forward. CS trying to make something work, get the medic. Benny and Tal are just going to leave under.
Yep, Tal getting out this time, which is quite good. That is something you do want with this 3-minute time that is now there. They definitely don't want to lose now because, you know, time is not on their side. So having even Ubers here is quite favourable, and it's interesting to see what will they do. Will they fight second? No, probably not. So it looks like they will be on last, and they don't have to do anything technically. They can take the golden cap, but, you know, they've got to be ready for whatever, you know, Hungry throws at them. And Aussie now on sniper.
They almost have to set up golden cap, yeah. If they get picks, sure, but currently Xbox are just going to look to play passive. And the weird thing is, I think as well, oh, the soldier bomb from under. No one's watching under. Picky in, doesn't get enough. Okay. Well clean. Counter the other soldier. Look at the other soldier.
Samson does a fast bomb in straight into left, and that is going to be a drop. And now they just have to play this slow. They don't even have to go fast. They know Aussie is on sniper, so I'm sure they're going to be aware of that. And oh no, that is not what you want. And how much time is left on the clock? 2 minutes 45. They have like no time. Aussie's looking for an aggressive peak, but I doubt he'll find anything. Michael's just sitting behind this log train. Michael knows, he has that experience, as we said before, just knowing where to sit at the right times. And it looks like Aussie's getting this buff.
If Hungry I Eat all day push now, then Xbox 360 have the time to get another round. If Hungry I Eat all day wait until Tal's on 80%, they're not going to have time. But they looks like they're going to push now. They pop through. Don't even want to bother with the stick. Aggression. Tal. Okay, they're in spawn. Heavy goes down. But the point. Oh, with the counter bomb, and that's not enough. 2 minutes on the clock. 4-3 to Hungry I Eat all day.
On this time now, 2 minutes, it's enough, and it probably does favour a bit more to Red in the sense that their playstyle, you know, they're used to playing quite fast and aggressive, so if anyone can do it, it is Xbox. But still, nobody wants that clock pressure of 1:48 coming to this next mid.
Definitely not. We see... Okay, they're just setting up first. Oh, the bomb! Hungry don't even want to give them the chance. They played it as aggressive as possible. And
Tal goes down as well.
That's it?
Yeah, that's gotta be a GG there, right? There's no way that they.
1
Yeah,
minute
it's already
30.
been called. Tells
If
called
they drop,
GG's.
because you.
The control point is being captured.
Let me think. No, it's game.
Jesus, the tilt there from Zeus as well.
He never capped. Like, don't. He never capped when he needed to. Benny is the pocket scout on that team. You don't. Stupid. Actually stupid. There were so many rounds that Xbox lost just because they never had a scout to cap. Don't get mad at things if it's your fault. Actually, do get mad and then improve.
Yeah, I don't see the point about getting mad at the team that played better than you, but hey, that will be another round, not really meaning anything. That is GG, and that will mean that Hungry I Eat All Day is saved. And they will not be eliminated as Xbox 360 voice chat. They will be, and that is them out. I think that is 4th place for them.
It's 4th place.
Yeah,
the
they don't
views
get a
of
placement.
Zeus do not reflect the views of the team.
Yeah, of a different AWOL player. I mean, it was technically their last game of the season, so he just goes AWOL and says something like that and then leaves you. I understand it. It is, an important game, and to lose it like that, it's rough. Losing convincingly on their own map pick and then only just losing on this one, yeah.
And
it does
Hungry,
kinda
they're probably also one of the best teams in High at the moment. There's a lot where that was their. I think they could have won High, honestly. If Xbox 360 had won that, either of these teams have the chance to win this division. And yeah, I feel in some ways Xbox just threw. I don't know. It's hard to say. A lot of the mentality that goes into the game is how you get that strength, how you get that aggression, and how you get a lot of picks, just constantly pushing yourself, getting angry. But sometimes you need to take a step back and say, yo, there are 6 people on a team. You have to win as a team. I don't know. Anyway, I think we'll get some interviews.
Yeah, quick look at the logs too, I think, would also be quite good. I'm not sure if there'll be too much to mention, as I will go to these logs now, as that will be a 5-3 victory for the side of Hungary, and they will take a 2-0 win here. As I look at the logs here, and you see Bonk doing 311 DPM, as Bitvolt also doing quite a good amount of damage on 302, even with the losing side here. Does a great amount of damage. Pretty standout player there is Bread going 285 DPM on Scout, getting 30 frags. I think we can see the standout players here.
Yeah, Bidfold and Bonk just putting in so much pressure, but Bread with 20 assists, Whiskash with 18. They had a chariot in every single fight they wanted it. And unfortunately, I think in a lot of ways, Ace getting out a lot of damage and a lot of, the Ace and the Aussie coordination was really, really good. Especially on that one mid where they studded their bombs and just completely collapsed Saw.
Yeah, you can see Z is having a bit of a rough game, is why you can probably see why he's a bit mad. 1725, 154 DPM. Probably not at where he wanted to end up, in terms of his own stats. But still a valiant fight, I'd have to say, from the side of
What's
Xbox
that
360.
quote from Joker? You get what you deserve.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, you're not wrong.
And the double soldier as well, I think. The double soldier aggression onto last, just 3-3 tied. No one's watching under, and that soldier gets in for free. And Tal is just able to surf it out. And then Bitvolt's sort of looking back, do I need to help? And there's a scout close, but then, yeah, Samson just skip jumps through and drops Tal. And in a lot of ways, that was it. But there were opportunities that Xbox 360 voice chat had that I think they fumbled.
Yeah, there was definitely some full Uber ad pushes into last that they just, again, with what you were screaming, as everyone heard, they just weren't playing points sort of thing. And not even in last pushes that happened. That happened throughout the whole map. So definitely some things, if they choose to stay together, typically TF2 teams don't stick together, but if they choose to stay together for whatever reason, that's something to focus on. And for the scouts, I guess, something to focus on for themselves. So that will be the 2-0 victory for the side of Hungary. And, well, speaking of the victors, we've got Michael here. How you feeling, bud?
Not nervous at all. Not feeling like we should be playing a third map right now.
So the second map, that was really, really close. What do you think was the difference there between the first map and the second? Because the first map was pretty convincing. It looked like from the side of you guys, but the second map, what was different?
We don't know how to play Snake Water on mid.
Right.
Honestly, as you probably saw, I mean, like we won the last 3 straight because we just like kind of ran at them left. Because we just called that in a whim and it worked, and we were like, cool, let's just keep doing it, I guess. Yeah, that was really it. We just kind of got owned on mid. I mean, yeah, we're very confident in the rest of our play on Snake. It's just, yeah, those mids, we've always been bad. We lost to these guys week 2. You know, like they just kind of got momentum off of mids we lost to them on week 2 on Snake Water, so we had a feeling they were going to pick it. But yeah, I don't know. We figured out mids and managed to pull it back together. So.
And on the other side of this situation, there's always going to be a loser. And Tal, it was close in that second map. How are you feeling?
You need to fix your mic settings. Do the mumble settings. Make sure it's on your microphone. I want to have another, just while you do that, Tal, I want to have another question to Michael. Given how you guys played like last time as well, and I also want to touch on Viaduct, what was your feeling going into this match against Xbox 360? It was for Viaduct. You've commented on Snake Water, so for Viaduct, what was the feeling?
Oh, play together and we'll win. We're very confident on product. We were kind of surprised they didn't ban it. We were very shocked when we got that through in the pools. So yeah, we're really confident on it. There was very little thought going into it.
Hello, is my mic working now?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
Alright. Oh, dude, I don't know what to say, honestly. Our team was getting very, very tilted, like 1 round into product, and we just couldn't pull it back.
Was that tilt subsiding and when you were coming back on Snake Water? Were you guys focusing up back then, or?
In certain members of the team, I think the tilt was subsiding, but I don't know. Didn't really help in Zeus's case, as you guys would have seen.
Yeah.
And, I think Ozzy as well was getting a bit angry at the amount of deaths he was getting and like the amount of damage he was doing without people dying, things like that. I think that Bitbolt like super performed more better than anyone expected really on product, and we didn't really assist him with all that damage he was doing. So that for one made me quite angry because we weren't capitalizing off all that damage. But yeah, I think we played well enough, and I don't know, who knows, if it was a different day, I think we might have taken at least 1 map.
The other question I want to ask as well, Tal, this is maybe more of a what was the idea behind Aussie sniping? Was that just him getting annoyed? Because I felt that a lot of your Viaduct aggression and your best plays came from the Aussie aggression. And in a lot of ways, having a scout and see a snipe, or just a snipe, would have been better.
It was out of desperation, really. We felt like we weren't getting enough kills. We didn't know like how much damage was being done by Bitbolt, so we felt like we were just, I don't know, not really picking off the correct targets. We didn't feel like Bonk especially, we don't feel like we were dealing with him well enough. So we thought that if we could have Ozzy play pick class, we would solve the issue, but it didn't really work out for us in the end. In hindsight, I probably would have kept Ozzy on Soldier and have had a different person off class if we were going to off class at all, but I don't know, that's hindsight for you. It just seemed like the solution at the time.
And it's definitely difficult when, if people are feeling frustrated and there's that tilt, sometimes it's not about choice, it's about individual players, or the agency and their emotions. Sometimes it works, but yeah. I think, that's what Hungry 8 all day are good at, just wearing that sort of stuff down. I think when you guys won, I think in week 2 on Snake Water, it was because they were forced to overextend beyond their comfort zone. But I think in a lot of ways, this game came down to there were just certain key advantages that were missed. It's not a question, sorry.
It's all good. I know where you're coming from. just hoping to do better in games to come, really. It was a great game, though. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Michael, how do you feel going into the next bracket? Because you'll be versing, I think it's
I think it's still going.
psychology majors and Grogged. Are they still playing right now?
I think so. I think did they go to a third? I think they have. Yeah, they are on a third right now.
They're on Gully. Ooh.
Yeah. We don't care. We don't care who we verse, because to us, regardless of their result, we want to play both of them. We're going to beat one next week, and we're going to go to the grand final the week after and play the other one. So we don't really care what order it is, right? The games are going to come however they come. We have no control over it. We're just taking it a game at a time. You know, we talked about, you know, what was going to happen later in playoffs, but this week we were focused on this game. Next week we'll be focused on the next game. Hopefully the week after we'll be focused on our next game. That's kind of just how we're taking it going forward.
Respectable mentality, yeah. All right, well, do you have any other questions, Lucky?
I think we've cleared up pretty much everything, and I think this would probably be a good time to get a shout out, I reckon.
Michael, take us away.
Yeah, I mean, look, shout out to the boys. Picking me up week 2, lost to these guys. Felt great, but you know, we've come back, 3rd seed. It was good, hoping to make the grand final run. Shout out to Quickselite for wonderful, lovely servers. Go subscribe to patreon.com/Quickselite, haha. And shout out to me for shout out to me for Ubering on second when absolutely nothing was happening. That Uber use on second, we had a good laugh about that.
Yeah, that quickly. That was so odd.
I put down my mouse and right clicked, and we used, and then we got the Uber back.
Yeah, that was quite confusing from our perspective.
And then forced again, and
yeah.
Shout out
they
to that.
didn't even notice, so that was really well played, I guess, for you guys to hide that from them.
Oh yeah, you know when we thought, you know when you guys thought we had a spy when we were holding second?
Yeah.
I misclicked and Ubered, and we got Uber all the way back, and then you bombed and forced our second Uber on that point.
I thought you guys were playing so slow, and I was like, something must have happened, but no one told me about it. I was...
Yeah, no, nothing happened. You guys were just sitting there, the sniper was peeking, I just right-clicked and hid. I was like, nah, we hold. I told them, like, yeah, surely they don't push, right? If you guys had pushed, you would have rolled us.
I think Ozzy or Ace said something like, they're a round up, they're just gonna, like, turtle. And that just sounded correct. Everyone would be like, yeah, I doubt anything bad's happened on their end. Oh, God.
Shout outs.
Oh, shout out to the team, of course. I mean, some put in more effort than others, but shout out to the team nevertheless. Shout out to Raylan for murking. Shout out to Daz for murking throughout the season. Shout out to our boy Here and Now for coaching us. He's an up-and-comer coming out of Casualty F2. Shout out to him. Yeah. Shout out to Susu. Shout out to Ella. Shout out to that group. Shout out to Ryzen. Yeah. Thank you very much.
RRLUCKY. Shout outs?
Shout outs to the Valorant boys, James RL252, Jamron, Passing to Gravy, Soras, Jerry. I mean, Jerry, not so much a Valorant player, but shout outs to Jerry anyway. Shout outs to the Quake boys as well. That's pretty much it from me. On to you, Dubious. And of course, shout outs to Dubious and Thermite, of course, and Michael and Tel for having their teams play great games. Dubious?
Yeah. I want to shout out Hungry I Eat All Day and Xbox 360 Voice Chat for giving us a really entertaining game. I think both of you guys had the chance to probably win this division, and it just came down to really, really tiny advantages. I want to shout out RRLUCKY. Yo, this was a good cast. You were really fun to cast with as always, and I appreciate it. An eternal shout out to Thermite on production, the unsung heroes of this entire sphere of neat gaming. And then I want to give a shout out to PogChamp, Loveheart PogChamp. This has been ozfortress Season 29, the upper page bracket of, hi. Hungry I Eat All Day, winning both maps. was 3-1 on Viaduct, and then a 4-3 on Snakewater. Thank you so much for joining us. Take it away.
Yep, thank you everyone for watching. We had a great game tonight. Thank you everyone in chat for spamming PogChamp, Heart PogChamp. It was quite entertaining to watch chat and quite an entertaining game to watch. Of course, you can follow this Twitch channel and turn on notifications to know when we're streaming. Also, follow the Twitter at TF Live, so you know. Sorry. Yeah. And of course, that we do have a game going on right now on the main Twitch, TF Live TV. That's pretty much been it from us. Yeah, thank you again all for coming out. And GG's.